Welcome to grammar school. We correct your life, not your words. Karen screaming at the sidewalk, drunks doing zigzags on the curb. Never bring a date to a roadside debate. Not cool to drive straight through a parade. No sex, no smoke on that card zoom fool. Jesus fell, bounced back, now he's watching you. Ready to cover up the Florida man. Tinder date sees it all. Grammar school, we put you back.
And it's hot.
Choices on the big screen.
Tookin'. I have recorded this at least 3 times. Now, I could go back and edit the other ones, but somehow I've added so much detail to this video that I actually made it really freaking boring. So, if you follow hip hop, and I consider, as a b-boy, or at least former b-boy, I consider myself a child of hip hop, and follow hip hop, you know Eminem, and if you know Eminem, you know Kim. Eminem's written at least one song with her name in it, followed up later by an apology song in 2017, and then a whole bunch of references and a bunch of other songs. Kim often makes the news. She's no stranger to handcuffs. She's no stranger to DUIs and some other stuff. Let me kick this video off. I'll try to add in the details as much as possible without putting you to sleep, hopefully. About 6 minutes into this video, we get a pretty hardcore Karen, and it's hilarious. This video comes from Metro Detroit Police Cam. Go check out their channel. Click on the like and subscribe button. Metro Detroit Police Cam. We have a hit and run. We've got a DUI. We've got Eminem's ex-wife. Oh, and there's nothing really disturbing or graphic.
On February 16th, 2026, at approximately 6:46 p.m., Chesterfield Township police officers were dispatched.
Chesterfield Township, basically a suburban metro area of Detroit.
To a hit-and-run accident. While speaking to the victim's mother advised officers that she located the suspect vehicle parked in a driveway down the street. Officers located the vehicle and made contact with the well-known female suspect, in which officers discovered she had a bit too much to drink.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Another day, huh?
I suppose.
I didn't want to move anything because I didn't know when you guys were going to be here. I was parked back here.
Okay.
And we pushed it all the way up there.
Did it hit the mailbox at all? You know?
It actually didn't look like it. Didn't look like it did. And I mean, we were still pushing it. I mean, actually, it definitely looks like it does. My mom jumped in the car and kind of took off after him.
Right.
Should I move this?
Yeah, you can go ahead and move that.
After removing some debris off of the roadway, the officer assesses the damages to the victim's vehicle.
I was like, I want to make sure he sees that I wasn't parked in front of the fire right there.
No, you're all right. We're not going to write you up on that. So he pushed you all the way over here, or did you end up?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He was complaining about his legs because it's going through growing pains right now. So we're sitting in the living room, we're like, all right, what's going on with your legs? And we're checking his legs out right through the window. And we were bang, and I was like, what in the world? And looked right out the window, and he was still, he or she, I don't know, was still on the car. Might have got hooked onto the hitch. I'm not really certain.
Right.
And then backed up, and then I came out. I was like, don't do it. Don't do it. And they still decided to take on off around the corner. So.
Yeah, odds are they probably went to 94. On the off chance I went to Grash it, just because 94 was kind of out of the way.
I was going to tell her, too, that they went towards 21. Maybe he could have swooped back down the other street.
And that's what I was kind of hoping for.
Really messed up, so I didn't really plan on him making it too far. It started squealing, and so I don't know what damage he did to I don't know.
Is this from their vehicle?
Actually, you know what? It should be.
Yeah.
Yep, it should be.
Alrighty.
You got a little piece.
Alrighty. So, you know what the white Range Rover is?
It's a white Range Rover. It was the newer. Are you cold? You want to go inside?
No.
It was a white Range Rover. The top was blacked out. You know, so it's a newer one. I would have to assume.
Okay.
Could have been. What's the other Rover? But I doubt it. I think it was a Range Rover.
Okay.
I don't think it was a Land Rover. It's possible, I guess. Yeah, you're good to go. Park. Yeah, you're good. Just watch out on this side.
Yeah, at least people are courteous. They only got
They
courtesy.
usually don't stop for the stop sign. I'm betting that's exactly what happened with this guy.
Oh, probably.
He probably ran the stop sign because I don't see how you have that much speed
No, exactly.
coming around
and then
here.
you come
So
in, you
he
push a
hit it.
full-blown truck.
100%.
Okay, so newer whites.
I'm pretty good with cars. My dad works on cars. So
Oh, gotcha.
that's a Range Rover at least.
What's up, bud?
Dad. He's like, and my dad.
Yeah? Are you going to work on cars too? You like cars?
No, you're too smart. You're going to school. You all right?
And you didn't get any, no male woman?
Nothing. As soon as I stepped out, they were already starting to take off this way and around the corner.
Gotcha.
And my mom, she ran and grabbed her purse, jumped in the car. She could have stopped him. I tried calling him, and her phone's here, so I have no idea.
While the officer was gathering more information regarding the investigation, the victim's mother arrived, advising the officer that she had located the suspect vehicle parked in a driveway around the corner. She also advised that there was a black car parked behind the suspect vehicle, blocking it in.
So Mom, we're gonna know her as Karen in this video. She's investigating, and she tells the officers to shush here in a second.
Last name? And then do you have his date of birth and phone number? Where are they at?
I got out and I looked at all the cars in the neighborhood. He's right around this corner, and he's got his car in the driveway, and there's a black car that's blocking him in, and he's butted up against the garage door.
Do you know what address?
No, I couldn't see the address. I didn't want to get him, see.
No, that's all right.
Can you shush and let me finish? It's around the corner, I just said, right here.
In fairness, they were repeating their questions and the same questions and talking over each other.
Here on this corner of the street.
Yeah, I'm just saying, the guy's got
Okay.
a job to do.
And then left or right side of the street?
Come on, you follow me. I'll take you.
Okay. Just put your hazards on once you pass it, and then I'll be right back.
Okay.
We'll try to make contact with him real quick. Yeah.
The victim's mother escorted the officer to the suspect's house, where the investigation continues. The officer observed the white Range Rover in question parked in the driveway with damage matching the hit-and-run incident. The officer also observes the Range Rover to have struck the garage door. A delivery driver delivers a package to the suspect's house just before a backup officer arrives and contact is made with the suspect.
Oh yeah, she hit the cars, potentially caused injury to a kid, runs into her own garage. By the way, that car, depending on the model, could range anywhere between 90,000 to 200, slightly under 90,000 to up to 250,000. I believe it's in the lower part of that range, but it's an expensive car. The house was paid for partially from a loan from Eminem or Eminem's company to Kim, somewhere in the neighborhood of $615,000. I don't know if that's the price of the home. I just know that's how much was loaned from M to Kim.
15 dispatch. I'll be at 5. I got the suspect vehicle sitting in the driveway here, attempting to make contact. I got a plate for the Range Rover when you're ready. David, yellow.
Hello.
Hello. Do you live here, or are you just delivering?
I am delivery.
Delivery? Okay.
No.
Okay.
No problem.
You know, Kim is expecting a food delivery, and you'll see that when the officers knock on the door, they have some success getting in touch with Kim. I wonder if she thinks the officers were the food delivery person.
No problem.
Okay.
Fancy.
Have a good night.
Give me 1 second.
Oh, looks like he just dropped it on the side. Still, though.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you, you too.
While waiting for a backup officer to arrive, the mother of the victim stuck around to provide the officer with more information, insisting that the suspect has to be drunk.
So I'm going to make contact with them. I don't know who it is.
He has to be drunk. Has to be.
Based off of some things that are already observed, potentially. However, I can't force him to answer the door. So we're going to try to make contact.
My husband and I had, I feel like this house, a guy was driving and we followed his radiator coolant all the way to the house. I feel like this was the same house, and it was in his weekend. He drove off and he left it, and this was quite a few years ago, and tried to say it wasn't him, and his whole front end was smashed. He smashed one of our other cars.
Well, they didn't know when to stop because they already
Hit the garage door.
blown through the garage door. So I'm just waiting for my partner here, in case they are combative.
Based on her timeline, there was likely someone different living in the house, but also the reference to him makes it less likely that it's the same person.
They're almost here.
My son thinks that he's trying to make it look like he ran into his garage door. That is the car. I saw the car.
No, I mean
That's what he's thinking, but his car is...
I came out.
from
Probably true.
The damage on the truck and then on that vehicle, it matches up.
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting on my partner here, and then we're going to make contact. So if you guys want to go home, we'll go knock on your door.
Awesome.
But do you guys, I'm assuming you want to press charges?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay.
I'm pissed that he didn't stop. We gave him a chance to stop.
No, absolutely.
And
normally
he
people want to
paused.
handle this civilly, but when you're doing stuff like that, you're
You take
escalating it
off
yourself.
He paused. He literally paused, and then he took off.
That's where I draw.
Right.
Just knock on the door, own up to it. We wouldn't even have to see a court.
No, absolutely. But if you guys want to get out of here just so they don't see you guys here and whatnot, just, it's better that you guys stay
That's fine.
anonymous type
Appreciate
of
it. I
thing.
did take
I
some
don't care about
pictures
doing that.
of the street. You want me to clean that up?
Yeah, if you want to clean it up, but we'll be back out there anyway.
Okay.
But yeah, we're not going to take anything since we got the vehicle right
Okay,
here. So.
awesome.
All right, we'll meet up with you guys in just a little bit.
Perfect. Thank you.
So, son is in the back seat. Son's truck's the one that got hit. Let's just step out of the road. Mom is the one driving that car. She got pissed, followed or attempted to follow, saw that car parking, and then this car changing to block the driveway. That car has identical front end damage to his rear end damage, and they just went through their own garage.
Did you run plate?
I gave it to dispatch. They didn't say anything.
You see last name? Mathers.
Oh, it's Kim. I knew she lived around here, but...
Oh, it's Kim. I knew she lived around here. I knew Eminem's ex-wife lived around here somewhere.
I didn't see anything in the car. It just waters, but no, that's... Yeah, because part of her bumper is still sitting over there. And that's identical. So...
Evidence.
Were you able to make an arrest on this?
Yeah. Can't run.
Do they want to press charges? Gotta determine who was driving.
Yeah. Movement in that window.
Let's meet Kim. If you're watching this, I had a technical breakdown. I'm going to do some minor editing to to cut it out. Thanks for sticking through it. Here we go. Let's meet Kim.
Do they want to press charges? Gotta determine who was driving.
Yeah. Movement in that window.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Can I help you?
Yeah, so... Was anyone driving earlier today that lives here?
Yeah, it was me and my niece and my kids.
Okay. And what car were you guys driving?
The Escalade. I mean, the Range Rover.
The Range Rover?
Yeah.
Okay. About what time did you guys get back home?
I know exactly what incident you're talking about.
I know exactly what incident you're talking about. Okay, you know what? Let's give you a little deeper dive into Kim before we get further along in the story. First of all, she referenced an Escalade back in 2015, 16. She rolled her Escalade into a utility pole. You know what? Hold on. This is Kim.
Why don't you like me?
Hold on. I gotta turn the sound off or I'll get in trouble. I think 3 seconds of that song will be fine. Yeah, it's probably like 2. This is Kim. We'll keep this rolling. Kim met Eminem in the late 80s when Eminem was 15. She was 13. Let's call her the Capulet in the story, obviously making Eminem the ma to you. From my understanding, they were inseparable. They got married in the late 90s, I think 99, 4 years after they had their daughter, Hailie J. Hailie is their only biological daughter. Eventually, they adopted Kim's sister's daughter, aka Eminem and Kim's niece. And then later, Kim, after they got married, they got divorced. 2 years later, all the divorce proceedings started seemingly as soon as they got married. 2 years later, they were formally divorced. There was a period of time before they got married for a second time, somewhere around 2005. In that time period, Kim had another kid with another man, who also was later adopted by Eminem around the time of their second marriage. So between the two of them, they have 3 kids and a whole bunch of skeletons in the closet. Kim referenced an Escalade.
Did you guys see this happen? Anybody? Okay. Okay.
2015, Kim rolled her Escalade. Supposedly this was, or later she reported this was a suicide attempt. It was the second one that we know of publicly.
Should we let Briny know?
Yeah, he's coming in.
It's important to note that Kim was in the car. I don't know if she was at this exact moment or if they pulled her out by this time, but she was still at the scene of the accident during this incident. Kim eventually went to court.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Your Honor.
Appearances for the record, please.
May it please the court, Your Honor, Paul Addis on behalf of Macomb Township.
Venom Mike Smith appearing on behalf of Community Matters.
Very well. We have ongoing motion issues and evidentiary issues, and the parties have briefed this matter as to these issues. The court has those briefs as well. And it's my understanding, though, that the court would require a joint statement of facts.
Kim's no stranger to court. Throughout the early 2000s, she was in and out of handcuffs and court for possession charges, probation violations, this DUI that she received in 2015 followed at least one accusation of probation violations. The charges in the early 2000s, she had multiple probation violations. I don't think she ever spent any real time in jail. A lot of probation. Okay, scratch that. She had, at one point, she spent at least 30 days in jail. For the most part, she's been on and off of probation ever since. And sometime in the mid 2020s, I think 2022, 2023, she received word that her mother died and had another suicide attempt. So, three that we know of. Last time I made this video, I stacked a whole bunch of information on top of this. I'll probably throw it in at the end if you're curious. That way you can make it through the video and remember that this is still a body cam video.
When we were coming around, like, you know how there's the...
By the way, the knee pad over the jeans, it's just not a good look.
two-way entrances, one comes this way and one comes this way. There was a car that had turned into, and he was coming at us. And I had to cut deep, and I clicked back on there's a pickup truck down there. And I was just getting them settled. I was going to go back down there and try and talk to them. But there was another car coming the wrong way up at us. And I didn't have no way but to go around him.
Okay. Because I have a witness that's saying that they witnessed it. We ended up pushing the vehicle quite a bit.
I mean...
And they attempted to try to get you to stop, but then you just kind of went on.
No, I have my kids in the car, and I can tell you exactly what happened.
Here's where I'm confused in the video. So the three kids that I mentioned earlier are all adults by now. They're all, I think 23 might be the youngest one between her and Eminem. And she hasn't had kids since then. I know one of her kids has had a kid, making her a grandparent. And that's going to come back in here in a little bit when they ask if any of the kids in the car are above the age of 18. If you're curious, by the way, the temperature on this day, I believe, was somewhere around 50 degrees.
When we were coming down from Grossbeck, I turned right onto my stop. I stopped at this, and I always have my brakes on because it's dark down there.
I always have my brights on. You're that lady. Not cool.
And this guy who was in a little blue, neon little blue car or whatever, and he came into my oncoming lane.
Maybe because you had your brights on.
And I didn't have no choice, like, action to go around him. I didn't see the tan truck, pickup truck, but I did feel the impact. My car felt the impact. And I said, I'm going to go back down there and take care of it. As soon as you guys all get calmed down for bed. I didn't plan on leaving it. I do have insurance. I have my tags up to plate. Like, I didn't want to leave it like that, but it was not just one person accident. It was three, like, that little blue car involved, and my car, and then
Did the blue car hit your car, or is that just the reason why you went to the right?
Huh?
Did the blue car hit your vehicle?
I honestly, I don't know. It happened so quickly.
Okay. Okay. Have you had anything to drink tonight? Any narcotics, any drugs, any medications, anything like that?
No.
No. Well, I just had to ask because you parked your car in your garage door.
No, I pulled it up close.
No, you hit your garage door.
You hit your garage door.
Well, my kids were...
Yeah, hit your garage door and your garage door was damaged.
Yeah, my kids were, like, screaming and yelling because they thought this guy was following us, and... we honestly just came from Macomb Mall to get my kids some gifts.
When was the last alcoholic drink you had?
Huh?
When was the last alcoholic drink you drank?
An hour, 2 hours, maybe 3 hours ago.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to grab your insurance?
Yeah. I'm gonna do my key.
Okay.
Kim's been in and out of rehab for 20-something years. I know she's been at least twice. I imagine it's been 3+ times, especially with all the drug charges and the UAs and probation guidelines. She's definitely not sober here. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like alcohol. I don't know if you could tell. She trailed off at some point during her description with the officer. Somewhere around the part where she talked about her plates or her registration. Apparently, she continues to do that a little more at the police station. We don't see the police station, but we'll get some more behavior and information.
I think your sobrieties.
I still have no idea what kids she's referring to.
Yeah. We just gotta see if anyone's, how old the kids are here. Oh, he's an adult. Okay, we're good. Yeah. Yeah, I mean... Why don't you throw some shoes on, too, Kim? Throw some shoes on, because it's kind of wet out here. I don't want your socks to get wet.
I don't have any right
So
here.
thoughtful.
Yeah, grab your insurance and your ID if you have your ID in the car.
How often do police investigate something like this where they just let somebody go in the house to get changed and then come back in? Now, granted, it is at the home, so technically they would need a warrant to execute an arrest. Everything so far from Kim has been voluntary, so they don't really have any reason to believe that she won't continue to cooperate, which is probably why they let her in the house. But just throwing that out there. She could withdraw her cooperation or consent at any time, I believe. And they're letting her go in the car. Crazy.
the insurance to him. He's gonna do the crash report.
Oh.
Who's all in the house?
My nephew.
How old's your nephew?
My niece.
Are they all over 18?
Ah.
No.
Okay.
Nephews and nieces.
Is there anyone over 18 in the house, though? No, there's no one over 18.
The officer collected personal information from the suspect before questioning her regarding her alcohol consumption. The officer will then continue his investigation, administering SFSTs. SFSTs are standardized field sobriety tests that are designed to help officers determine whether a person is impaired or above the legal limit.
Civics.
So you said they had a drink about 2-3 hours ago?
Couple 2 trees.
Longer than that.
He stopped for like Chili's around 2. He had like margaritas with her mom, his broken mom that went to Texas. And then I have her, my cousin, until the 18th for the midwinter break thing here going on. And I have 2 other kids from midwinter break with my son.
Okay. Well, real quick, we're going to do some field sobriety tests to make sure you're okay to drive. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So for this, we'll step back over here. So for this first one, you're just going to keep your feet together, arms down to your side. And with your eyes and your eyes only, you're going to look at the tip of my pen right here. Okay? First, I have to ask, do you have any contacts, any head injuries, head traumas, anything that... A fractured what? Okay.
She's done this before. I'm so shaky, you're so real shaky. Go. Oh.
Yeah, you're allowed to blink. It's a little
Except she
windy out
looks
here.
down when she blinks. Move your arm. I wonder if for Kim, the train adds a little bit of nostalgia. Just like getting a DUI back at 8 Mile.
Okay. So for this next one, it's going to be the walk and turn, okay? So for this, I'll get you in a position. Don't start until I instruct you to start. But we're going to imagine, we're going to use this line right here as our line, okay? That's going to be our line of reference. So for this, so go ahead and stand right there. I'm going to get you in a position. You're going to stay in position until I instruct you to do otherwise, okay? You're going to put your right foot in front of your left, heel to toe. So you can go ahead and do that. You're going to keep your arms down to your sides. And you're going to stay like that until I instruct you to begin, okay? First I'm going to demonstrate it, and then I'll have you do it, okay? You're going to take a series of 9 consecutive heel-to-toe steps, counting each step out loud. After your 9th step, you're going to take a series of small steps to turn yourself around, and then on that same imaginary line back, you're going to take 9 more heel-to-toe steps, okay?
Will Simon say?
So I'm going to demonstrate, and then I'll let you begin, okay? It's going to look something like this. You're going to have your right foot in front of the other, heel-to-toe. You're going to count out loud. 1, 2, 3. I did 3. You're going to do 9. You're going to turn yourself around in a small series of steps, and then 1, 2, 3. So again, 9 heel-to-toe steps, heel to toe, counting out loud with your arms down to your side. Okay? Do you understand the instructions as I have explained them to you?
I only seen you do 6, but I'm supposed to do 9.
Yep, you're supposed to do 9.
Can I turn around?
Oh, that's 3.
You're supposed to do 9.
Oh, I thought I did 3 even went back.
Nope. You're supposed to do 9.
She said 9 right before she started walking. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So, for this next test, it's going to be the one-legged stand, okay? I see that you have a brace on. Is there anything that's going to, kind of make your balance a little offset? Okay, is that both on the left leg?
Yes.
Okay. Is your right leg okay? Do you have kind of good balance on the right leg somewhat, or no?
I try to.
Okay. Then you can use your right leg for this one. You do have the option left or right. So, since your left leg's a little bummed out, we'll use your right leg. It's going to look something like this. You're going to have your feet together, arms down by your side. You're going to raise the foot of your choosing. In this case, it'll be your left, so you can stand on your right. You're going to go ahead and raise the left foot approximately 6 inches from the ground, keeping it parallel, okay? You're going to look at that toe of your foot, and you're going to count 1001, 1002, 1003 out loud until instructed to stop, okay? Do you understand the instructions?
Yeah.
Okay. You can go ahead and begin when you're ready.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007. That's which way this is.
Yeah, you can try standing on your right leg. And then raise your left one.
Yeah, no, that's not going to work.
Okay. We got one more for you, okay? This is a preliminary breath test, all right? So, all you're going to do is take a deep breath in and then blow out like you're blowing up a balloon, okay? Keep going, 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 keep going. All right, you can stop. Okay. All right, Kim, can you go ahead and turn around for me, please? Put your hands behind your back.
Can I let my family know what's going on?
Yep. No, we will. We will. You've been cool with us.
Many going to jail tonight. Talking about the
the only report I could find on the BAC was that she blew a .079, which puts her just under that .08, the legal marker for driving drunk. However, somebody could be arrested for driving while ability impaired or driving under the influence at any BAC level, which is kind of another reason you don't do the FSTs. But there's also, it doesn't mean that your alcohol level has any indication of your drug, the quantity of drugs in your bloodstream, or the types.
Is there anyone in the house that can move this GMC? Kim?
Say no.
Is there anyone in the house that can move the GMC so I can get the
Say
Range
no.
Rover out of here?
Why did my Range Rover have to be moved?
Because it was used in the commission of a crime, so it's going to be impounded. Operating while intoxicated and hit and run. That's why you were under arrest, okay?
Yeah, there's
Okay, where are your shoes at? I'm going to have someone in the house grab them for you.
Could somebody in the house move the GMC? The answer is no. If they did that on purpose, it was smart. I think they end up taking the Rover anyway. But no, nobody can drive the GMC.
Okay, well, you have to let them know what I'm
I will.
going on.
You will. I'm just going to search it. You got anything on you?
No,
Coke
I
6
don't.
stabbing hurt me at all?
No.
I'm going to leave all your stuff here, okay? Where are your shoes in the house so they can grab it for you?
Just right up country.
Nope.
My partner's gonna go ahead and let them know, and then grab your shoes for you.
Where's your ID as well?
In my purse.
Where's your purse at?
On the counter, and I need to let my nephew.
Nope, I will. You have any jewelry on?
No.
Okay. Alright. You can go that way.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and walk back towards this truck, okay?
We'll grab your shoes and let everyone know everything. Might be just 15 evidence here for OWI and hit run.
After administering standardized field sobriety tests with preliminary breath results of 0.079% BAC, the
Oh, they do say it. My bad.
suspect was placed under arrest for operating while intoxicated and hit and run. In the state of Michigan, the legal blood alcohol content limit for operating a motor vehicle is 0.08% BAC. However, you can be arrested at any BAC level if you are visibly impaired while operating
Maybe I should have paid attention to the end of the video.
a vehicle or being involved in an accident. The suspect was secured in the rear of a patrol vehicle while a search of her vehicle was conducted.
All right, we'll be right back with.
All right, so they ended up finding a mini bottle of Crown Royal, and they found a A&W root beer plastic bottle with a similar substance, probably Crown Royal. Kim's had a lot of ups and downs. I thought the officers did great on this one. The Karen that found the car did a good job of investigating. Shush. You could tell when somebody's been arrested a bunch of times because of the nonchalant, relaxed attitude. I mean, she knows what her night's gonna look like. She knows what her tomorrow's gonna look like. She knows that she's gonna have to hire a lawyer. She knows what that process is gonna look like, and she's just gonna go through it. I have oh, I forgot my computer's a touchscreen. So anyway, there's Kim. Now, if you made it this far in the video, I highly appreciate you guys. Making it to the end of these videos helps me tremendously. If you don't already, please subscribe. This is a little late for me. I'm a little tired, so I get a little slower, a little more monotone. But I try to, I typically usually stream 5 days a week around 4 o'clock Eastern time, 4:30. And I try to do as many independent videos as I can. I have several planned, but finding the time is a little tricky. Please hit the subscribe button. Hang out with my awesome group of people that participate in the chat. Now, if you made it this far in the video and you're curious about my comment earlier about history and all that stuff, this is the part where I'm going to play it. Now, I'm going to get a little bit boring here because I'm just going to do some Eminem and Kim timelines. If you're not into that, then I'll probably ramble on, you know, the MC Mount Rushmore, which if you had to put 4 MCs at the top of an MC or a rap version of Mount Rushmore, who would you include? Because I think you have to include Eminem for so many reasons. And I've had this conversation for decades, and I don't think anybody's been able to take off Eminem. Up there, you probably have Tupac for so many reasons. You probably have Biggie, although I've heard good arguments to take Biggie off of the Rushmore. The tricky one is the 4th one. Who's number 4? Right? You can't really put Snoop up there because if you follow hip hop long enough and you know of Slick Rick, that's pretty much why you can't put Snoop Dogg up there. Dr. Dre would be a great one, but I would probably put him more of the production / DJ category as opposed to the MC category. You can't put full groups up there, so you can't put like your Public Enemies and your NWAs up there, Tribe Called Quest. Now you could take all of the individual names and add them as candidates. Most Def, you know, do they have to be a pioneer? Probably, which really takes out anybody after like 2000, unless they were as impactful as Eminem was. I don't know. Who do you think? And I swear, if I hear some like, you know, there's gonna be a lot of terrible answers to that. Nas? No, not Nas. I'd put Chuck D on there over Nas. I'd probably put Chuck D on there over Rev Run. By the way, this is like the vlog section of the video. Okay, you know what? I have all this written down because at some point the video froze and I was worried it was going to happen again. So, okay, so let's talk about the relationship. They met, as I mentioned earlier, in the late 80s. Eminem was 15. Kim was 13. Kim ran away from home to move with Eminem and his mom. 95, their daughter Hailie was born. 99, they got married. 2001, they were divorced. They were later remarried in 2005. 3 months after that, Eminem kind of disappeared. He was battling with alcoholism, mostly prescription drug addiction on his own. He nearly overdosed on methadone shortly after one of his best friends, Proof, died. He got sober for a while in 2007, and then it stuck. April 4/20, 2008 is Eminem's continuous sobriety date, putting him just over 18 years now, which is awesome. I knew he got sober somewhere around the same time I did. I got him beat by like a few months though. Kim Mathers, no stranger to arrest. October 2003, electronically tagged for missing court appearances. June 2003, arrested for possessing 25 grams or less of cocaine. 2004, pled guilty to cocaine possession and failure to yield to an emergency vehicle, sentenced to 2 years probation. March, she had return appearances for probation violations. And then it seemed like she was good for a while. 2015 is when she rolled that Escalade that was shown in the video earlier. She mentioned later that was a suicide attempt. Sentenced to 12 months probation, fined and sobriety testing. 2017 accused of violating probation. I think she had 6 diluted UA drops. If you heard that noise, it's my dog scratching at the door. So 2022, 2023, she reported that she did 45 days in a rehab. And I don't know if it was a drug and alcohol rehab or if it was a mental health care rehab. She reported she made a suicide attempt after finding out that her mother died. And then we're back in 2026. The house that I mentioned was, I believe, was a loan from Eminem, somewhere around $615,000, around 2023, maybe. She did one of the times she divorced, she was awarded $475,000 toward a house when Eminem was allowed to live in the house that they lived in together. There's a lot of information out there that says that Eminem had to pay somewhere around $142,000 a year for child support with joint custody over their daughter Hailie. However, the actual court records seem to show that that 142,000 was brought down to, well, you know what? Let me do some math real quick. I think it was hold on. Oh yeah, yes. 142 minus 52,000. $52,000. $1,000 a week. So it was brought down to $1,000 a week, from my understanding. I think the original agreement, they were asking for it. They could have had the 140 something $1,000 agreement, and then they could have amended it later to drop it down to 52,000. I remember the original agreement had a clause in there that said that if Hailie moved in with Eminem when she turned 18, that Kim would have to pay some of that back, which really doesn't make sense. Eminem and Kim apparently have a decent relationship, friendship. They share kids together. They are grandparent of at least one child. 2025, there was a report that Eminem rewrote his will to give half of his estate to Kim, the other half to his kids to split. I can't validate that information. The source that it came from was 50-50. So take that for what it's worth. I have a note here that says so I hopefully would stop saying it, but it's not working. Plus, where'd it go? I had a note, I should say. On my disc, or on my channel feed, there's going to be a link to Mrs. G's cups business. On my Discord, on my Discord, there's a tab for cup. I think it's called Cup, and she's got a bunch of pictures and videos of the cups that she makes. Thank you guys for supporting that business. I will put a link to her direct website on my channel. Join the Discord if you want to. Send me video suggestions. Again, I go live most of the time, 5 days a week. If you're still watching this video, I'm shocked because I'm just kind of rambling at this point. It's weird when I'm not live. You got questions, let me know. Eminem's one figure that I followed for a while. Let's see. Yeah. Check out his music too. It's awesome. I don't think Kim's got any of his music of her own music. But I gotta say though, she looks quite a bit different. Now I'm probably biased because I'm not. That's my phone telling me to stop doing social media for the day. I'm biased because I've never been a fan of the short hair look. So it's partially what it is. Kim seems to be doing fairly well. She got into the insurance underwriting business. She basically started her career at the age of 50, which is awesome. Gives me hope to go back to law school one day. Let's play that one more time. Eminem.
Welcome to grammar school. We correct your life, not your words. Karen screaming at the sidewalk, drunks doing zigzags on the curb. Never bring a date to a roadside debate. Not cool to drive straight through a parade. No sex, no smoke on that card zoom fool. Jesus fell, bounced back, now he's watching you. Ready to cover up the Florida man. Tinder date sees it all. Grammar school, we put you back.
And it's hot.
Choices on the big screen. It's okay.